Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best coffee machines.
Starting at number 5.
Seattle Coffee Gear. The Seattle Coffee Gear de Bello has swooped into our best espresso machine guide to claim the top spot. We feel that this is a next-level espresso machine, not quite an industrial-grade one you expect to see at coffee shops, but more elevated than that automatic one you've got at home. Most of the things you do on this espresso machine are manual. There are no buttons here to push, no dials for programming settings. Instead, you'll need to master the art of pulling the lever for the perfect pour and get used to the artful tango of milk frothing, quickly shutting it down before your froth spills over. If you're looking for an espresso machine that does everything for you with a single touch while you're still rubbing the sleep from your eyes, then we think that this isn't the machine for you. But if you care about the craft of coffee, if you want manual controls so you can get your coffee just so, there's a lot to love, not least a price tag that comes in below many other high-quality manual machines. Our reviewer found that while the learning curve is pretty steep, it'll take a day or so before you really get the hang of it. The coffee is pretty much perfect.
Coming at number 4.
Breville the Barista. The Barista Touch Impress was initially US only, but it's now available in the UK too. And it was worth waiting for. This machine combines the compact integrated grinder, user-friendly assisted tamping and auto-dosing of the 2022 Barista Express Impress with the intuitive touchscreen and automatic milk frothing of the Barista Touch to make the most user-friendly manual coffee machine available anywhere. We think this is the best bean-to-cup machine around because it caters for two kinds of coffee making: bleary-eyed Monday mornings when you just want to press a button for your caffeine fix, and lazy Sundays when you have the time and inclination to get into the manual settings to become your very own barista. This Breville manages to inhabit both of those roles perfectly, and while the automatic programs aren't quite as good as what you'll get from a more hands-on approach to your brewing, they get really, really close. The Barista Touch Impress is a relatively affordable automatic coffee machine that offers comparable quality to the best machines with no added effort. We think it's the best automatic coffee machine for most people.
At number 3.
Sage the Barista. If you're looking for a fast, no-fuss caffeine jolt, then keep scrolling. This one's definitely for coffee connoisseurs, promising to use the perfect quantity of ground beans, the perfect temperature, the perfect water pressure and the perfect microfoam to make the perfect coffee. Or at least, it does if you're in the UK. Although most Sage products are branded Breville and sold in the US market, this coffee machine is currently unavailable in the US. Using 18 to 22 g of freshly ground beans to craft delicious espressos, the perfect Barista Express Impress creates rich flat whites and creamy cappuccinos. It's similar to a commercial espresso machine, so it's a bit more complicated than a standard bean-to-cup model, but that's a huge part of the appeal. To match the quality of professional, barista-made coffee takes time, but we thoroughly enjoyed mastering the ritual of tamping and dosing, almost as enjoyable as drinking the results of our labor.
Number 2 of my list.
Nespresso Vertuo next. If you need an effortless way to make your morning brew, then the Nespresso Vertuo next is the coffee maker for you. It's the best single-serve pod coffee maker we've tested, and it couldn't be any easier to use. You simply place a capsule inside and press a button while the Nespresso takes care of the rest. On test, the Nespresso Vertuo next created smooth coffee with a thick crema on top that reformed even after we stirred in some sugar. It can create 5 different sized drinks, and because this machine uses pods, cleaning up takes seconds too. However, the pods can work out more expensive than buying ground coffee, and if you're a fan of lattes and cappuccinos, the Nespresso Vertuo next won't be able to froth milk, but you can purchase a separate milk frother from the brand if you're sold on the rest of the Vertuo next's features.
And number 1.
Moccamaster KBGV. The Moccamaster KBGV Select, or the Moccamaster KBG Select as it's also known as in Europe, takes over the top spot of our coffee maker's guide for several reasons. It's elegantly stunning, brews impeccable coffee, and effortless to use. So, while its price tag might be easier to swallow if you're an ardent coffee lover, it's also worth considering if you're a casual, everyday drinker, even if your limited budget might require you to save up before investing. This hand-built European coffee maker is beautifully simple to use, we found during testing, thanks to its 2-switch operation. The filter holder is even removable so you can pop it on the scales to weigh out the correct quantity of coffee, and the carafe pours cleanly without dripping. Those who are aesthetic-driven will also appreciate not just its sturdy build but also its elegant, retro-esque design that comes in so many colorways, 21, to be specific. Just keep in mind that the hot plate stays on for only 40 minutes. However, leaving coffee on a hot plate for hours can make the coffee bitter anyway, so this is hardly a massive deal breaker.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.